It's time for Shakespeare's Coffee Break. Today we are speaking with actor and singer Christy Young, and we are featuring special guest host Gwendolyn of the Gwendolyn Show. Oh my good, that is you. Oh my gosh, I know, yes. It's going to be an absolute wonderful good time. Today's show is brought to you by the Shakespeare Yogi. Use code SHAKESApproved to save 50% on private classes. And we are also brought to you by Friends of... I need to fix this. It's just Friends of Colorado Northwestern Field Museum. But it reads Friends of Friends. So that's just unintentionally hilarious. All right. So please support the show by supporting our sponsors. Oh, goodness gracious. I really need... You think after a year of doing this show, I would know what I'm doing. Special thanks, though, to the Jackdaws for providing the theme song. Shakespeare approves of this theme song. Go check them out on Spotify and Bandcamp. And let's get this show started. But as I said, we have some sponsors I want to talk about. First, let's talk about the Friends of Friends. Why don't I spell check? Friends of Colorado Northwestern Field Museum. Now, the Friends of the Colorado Northwestern Field Museum want you to know about summer dinosaur digs. They are now accepting applications for summer 2021. Yes, woo! It's amazing. Now, it is going to be an absolutely wonderful time because if you want to go on a dinosaur dig, you can. And this is a thing that you can do out in Colorado. Now, while many people only dream of taking part in a dinosaur excavation, through Colorado Northwestern Community College, that dream can become a reality. Located in the heart of dinosaur country, CNCC offers you the chance to work alongside professional paleontologists to uncover fossils that have been buried for over 74 million years. I have a fossil right here, actually, on my desk. Yep, this is a fossilized shark tooth. Yep, not that you care. But anyway, during a 2-week session, you will learn about paleontology by digging, brushing, and uncovering unique fossilized specimen. There is no experience required. I want to go do that. There is no experience required to take advantage of this amazing opportunity. Only a passion for experiencing fossils up close and personal. Participants also have the option to earn college credit during the 2-week session. For more information, I want you to email Liz Johnson. Elizabeth.johnson@cncc.edu or call her at 970-824-1119 for more info. And I'm going to put this up on this link to get more information. If you want to take a screenshot of that, go do it. But basically, what will you discover this summer? That's such a great tagline. I like that. Today's show is also brought to you by the Shakespeare Yogi. Oh, my goodness gracious. Leonard Chilingarian, the Shakespeare Yogi, helps creatives develop authentic connection to balance and character by combining yoga with Shakespeare accessibly and playfully. Virtual pay-what-you-can classes are available over Zoom on the first and third Sundays of the month. First one is coming up this weekend at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Recommended $5 donation, but all creatives of any kind are welcome. Virtual private lessons are also available by appointment. Private lessons are built to the individual needs and goals of the individual creative. Virtual private lessons start at $50, and you can use my code SHAKES.approved for a 50% discount. For access and payment info to the Pay What You Can classes and private lessons, email Lena, the Shakespeare Yogi, at theshakespeareyogi@gmail.com or drop into her DMs on Instagram at the Shakespeare Yogi. Hey, Noni, namaste. I'm loving all of these taglines. This is fantastic. And of course, today's show is brought to you by, well, rather, not brought to you by, but I love them so very much. The Renaissance Stream Guide. Yay! Renaissance Stream Guide. Renaissance Stream Guide. Facebook.com/Renaissance Stream Guide. They are your TV guide of Renaissance Festival performers and streamers who are bringing you wonderful things, whether it is continuing the live in-person Renaissance Festival shows for you on the streams, or doing something completely new, like this idiot right here. Do I know what I'm doing? No! I have basic functionality. That's it. Basic. Well, go check them out. Discover someone new and support an old favorite, the Renaissance Stream Guide. But now, let us bring in today's guest co-host. She is the star of stage, screen, festivals, and also your personal cell phone, because she is probably performing on your personal cell phone more often than any of us find comfortable. But that's okay, because that's what we do now. We're just on our phones all the time. She is amazing. She's one of my favorite people I've met in this last year. Welcome to the stage. Welcome to the screen. My guest co-host for today, Gwendolyn from the Gwendolyn Show. Yes,
I'm here.
Oh, you are here. You are. Oh my goodness gracious. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great. You went in a really interesting direction with performing on cell phones for a second.
Yes.
I got nervous.
That was odd. That was odd. You know what? It was a choice. Was it a good one? Probably not, but I stuck with it.
You did. You committed. I applaud you.
I committed to the bit.
You committed to the bit. That's what you got to do. You got to commit to the bit. That should be on a t-shirt.
Commit to the bit. Also,
commit to the bit, and it rhymes.
Also, speaking of t-shirts, I had a joke for 10 years. If I turned 30 before any friends or family, whatever, I said, welcome. I would always wish them happy birthday on Facebook by saying, happy birthday. Welcome to Club 30. We have t-shirts. And I never had t-shirts. I never saw a Club 30 t-shirt. But now that I'm 40, I want to do this. Welcome to Club 40. We have t-shirts. And actually have like a t-shirt that says Club 40 and then make your TeePublic page and just go get it. Here's the link.
Yeah, you should.
Like you don't get a free one. I'm not gifting you a t-shirt. You got to get.
I don't want a t-shirt. I'm not in that club.
Well, you don't. Well, when you get there, you can join it and get the shirt.
I never will.
Are you going to die early? Are you going to die early? Are you going to go James Dean on this?
The way I figure, I've been reading a lot of science fiction lately, and the way I figure is we're probably going to get hit by an asteroid in the next decade or so. So
yeah, we're due.
Yeah.
Like I was just talking about dinosaurs, so yeah, we're due.
Right? Yeah. See.
Oh goodness. Oh, so Jillian Brownlee did say commit to the bit. Jillian, you should go check out. You should go check out our. Jillian, you should go check out, as our resident paleontologist here, you should go check out that paleontology dig this summer.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Jillian Brownlee is a friend of the show, also from down at the Louisiana Renaissance Festival. So she is fantastic. Cheryl Ainsley is also saying, what a pleasant surprise. Hi, Shakespeare, and hi, Gwendolyn. Yes, Gwendolyn is a great surprise. Unannounced co-host. Johnny Roberts says, oh, you announced it. Well, I didn't announce it.
Well, I noticed that.
Yeah, I'm terrible at this job. I admit this.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
As long as you're striving for mediocrity, then it's fine.
You know, everything worth doing is worth doing badly.
Okay, let's put that on a shirt too.
I think we should.
We're gonna make so much t-shirt money.
You put on pants today. Good for you. I am not. I'm wearing shorts right now. I'm wearing shorts.
I didn't get that I was supposed to wear pants.
I didn't send out that memo, partly because I'm not very good at this job.
Oh.
But
I wouldn't have read the memo either anyway.
No, you want enough? All right. Well, thank you for your honesty. Johnny Roberts says, I am blurry. We can blame my internet provider for that, Johnny. But thank you. Sally, she wished she would have known about that when she was younger. She wanted archaeology, paleontology as a career. Sally, you can still go. You can still go do it. Go out to Colorado. It's going to be fun. I was looking at the prices. Surprisingly affordable. Yes. Yeah. So Jillian also says Shakespeare and Gwendolyn T-shirt company. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kathleen Sturgis says 39 forever. No, I at least want to get to 42 because then I am the answer. Yes.
That's a nerd joke that I actually know.
Yeah, but you're shaking your head like, why are you making nerd jokes? We do.
No, I'm no. Oh,
we work in a
I've been,
nerdy profession.
oh, number one. I've been on your show enough to know how prevalent nerd jokes are. So no nerd joke that you do is gonna surprise me. And
What
number
about nerd
B,
visual gags?
also not gonna surprise me.
Dun, 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 dun. Why are
This is
you?
not my surprise face.
Why are
I
you
was going
holding
to
up
tell
your
you the
fingers?
second thing.
Oh, I thought you were.
Number
I thought you were
one.
doing the teacher thing of like.
No, that's you do that. Oh yeah, no,
Oh,
like in
really?
primary school we did this. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Everybody. We did that. Our guest is just off stage, just laughing. I'm enjoying
Good.
watching her reaction so much.
Good. I wish I could see them. No, I was telling you, I don't surprised about your nerd jokes, and then I was gonna tell you number B was because you said little bunny foo foo hopping through the forest. Anyway, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. What the heck
Why
is
is
that
Bunny
song?
Foo? Why is he a jerk? He's seriously.
Maybe those field mice killed his mom.
No, but along comes the good fairy, and then she says,
Oh yeah,
Bunny
little
Foo
bunny
Foo, I don't want to see you scooping up the field mice.
and bopping them on the head.
And she goes,
I'll
I'm
give
giving
you-
you 3 more chances.
Yeah.
And it's just like he gets so many chances, or I'm turning you into a goose. What? Why is being turned into a goose a punishment? I like geese. That's my feeling, and that's what I thought.
Okay, but goose. Okay, you like geese. Like I can handle some geese, but some geese just poop all over your lawn.
Yeah. Well, where else are they supposed to go?
Gooses
They're not litter trained. They're not litter
on
trained.
my neighbor's lawn.
Okay.
Not mine.
Wait, you have a lawn?
Else.
Brag much?
No.
Brag much, bougie person?
I don't.
Right.
I don't. I was using the royal my for all of us.
Oh, speaking of geese, have you played I have talked about this so many times on my various shows and other people's shows. Have you ever played the Untitled Goose game?
No.
All right. Do you have a Nintendo Switch?
No.
All right. It's also available on like laptops and stuff. But the Untitled Goose game, you are a goose in an English town stealing stuff just from the villagers. There is
Why?
Because you're a goose. You're a silly goose. And then
you're a rude goose breaking the law. You're a convict. You're a convict goose.
No, you're not a convict unless you get arrested and then taken to trial and then convicted. That's how you become a convict.
I don't know. I'm not a herpetologist.
You might just be committing petty larcenies, but that's fine. Now
you're a petty larcenic goose.
Yes, but then the 2-player variant, you're 2 geese running around, and you can honk and flap your wings, and it's so great. And you can get into tug of war with people. It's so good, and you can harass. Not even a small child, a rather large child. You can harass a child, and he locks himself in a phone booth.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
It's the best
game ever. I'm learning, but I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah. All right. Well.
All right.
So, are you ready for today's guest?
I've been ready since yesterday when I found out I was going to be on the show.
Well, by the way, thank you for saying yes.
Oh, yeah.
I so appreciate it. But, we never started off with a nice noisy slurp because this is Shakespeare's coffee break. So nice noisy slurp right now. Gwendolyn did a quiet slurp for reasons
I'm a lady. No.
That's the funniest thing said on the show today.
Thank you.
Oh.
I did a half curtsy because I'm sitting.
Oh, yeah. There we go. All right, there we go. Well, Today's guest is an actor, singer. She is a sometimes Renaissance Festival performer. You can catch her at Capone's this Saturday night in Orlando, Florida. Please welcome star of stage, festivals, your small screen. Everyone is the star of your small screen. Possibly your big screen if you're casting it up to the television. Christy Young! Oh, I hit the button, but then nothing happened. Christy Young!
Yay!
Hi, Brad!
Hi, Christy!
Hello! I was thoroughly enjoying the Goose commentary.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of feel like turning Bunny Fufu into a goose is a punishment for everyone else, not Bunny Fufu.
Yeah,
geese are rude and mean.
Hashtag truth.
And they hiss.
And they hiss and they'll chase you.
I got chased by a goose in college. I did.
Ooh.
Sure.
And then I hit it with my backpack. It did not die.
It's a goose!
I think it was chasing me. What am I supposed to do?
You're supposed to run faster or offer it a bribe!
I am 5'1" and I have very short legs. I am not faster than a goose.
Their legs are shorter than yours, and they are
They have
shorter than
wings. They flap. Yeah, they flap and like
so you flap at them and you say caw.
I know.
I like the backpack hitting better.
That's right.
You bopped it on the head.
I did.
Did a good fairy come down and say that she was going to give you chances?
No, I kept running.
Were you yourself the good fairy?
Probably.
This was little Bunny Fufu seeking revenge.
Probably. See,
Probably.
that's what happens when you turn Bunny Fufu into a goose.
So here is the alternative final lyrics from our friend Dan Wenzel. In his head canon, the last verse goes, little Goonie Fufu hopping through the forest, scooping up the good fairies and bopping them on their head. See, this is, yeah. Oh, goodness.
I don't know so I'm like, down came the good fairy and she said, little bunny foo-foo, blah, 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 blah. I gave you 3 chances. And then I don't remember the rest in the version that I know, but I don't remember there being a goose or a goon as some people in the chat.
Yeah, Charlie Reynolds is saying it's a goon. Charlie, you live in Florida.
I know that version. Maybe that's a southern United
goon?
States thing. Yeah.
Are you suggesting, since you're in Florida and Charlie's in Florida, and both of you are thinking goon, is it because the mob moved to Florida?
Oh, I didn't grow up in Florida, so I don't know.
Neither did Charlie. He's from Pennsylvania.
No one grows up in Florida. That's not a thing.
They do the opposite.
Natives. Everybody moves down here.
Yeah.
Dan says, Christy, you made the correct choice. He says 6'2".
Thank you.
Yeah, he is quite large. And
so scary.
It was the correct choice. Yeah. So, Christy Young, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm happy to be here.
You have the best smile. It's perfect.
Yeah, you have a very Disney happy. And I'm not saying that because you know people who know people.
Right.
Friends of friends of Disney princesses or anything. But no, yeah, you have one of the everything's gonna be okay smiles. And that's very nice. Yes.
This is what happens when you work for the theme parks for 6+ years. You see and hear everything and you're just like, look at us having a moment now. Here we are. Yeah. It'll be fine.
There's more than a little bit of a similarity in that betwixt the theme parks and the Renaissance Festival.
Yes.
Someone decides they like your show, they like your character, and then they tell you their life story.
Yes.
How many times has this happened to either of you?
The things we have all learned.
Yes. It's like sometimes, some days it's more than others, and it feels like you just have "talk to me" written on your forehead. Right. And it's weird. Yeah. When my sister and I had our sword fighting show, there were 2 days in a row when all of a sudden everybody wanted to tell us super deep stuff, and we would go backstage and we were like, we've never seen that person before. Why did they tell us all that? What's going on?
You had a sword fighting show?
Yeah.
With your sister?
Yeah.
Did you not know
That's
that?
amazing. No, I had heard of Gwendolyn, randomly from friends, for several years. And when I met you, Christy, in 2018 at the late and lamented Renaissance Festival of Central Florida, somewhat maybe you had mentioned Gwendolyn. Oh, she'd be great here. It's like, oh yeah, cool. I have no idea who she is. And someone was like, oh, you two would be great friends. I was like, oh, great. I don't know who she is. It's like, you know her? I'm like, no, I don't. Yes, you do. You know her. No, I really don't. Did you two fight? It's just because you're denying you know her? No, I don't know who you're talking about. And so my first experience with Gwendolyn was we did an Inside the Green Room together for the Digital Ren Fair last summer. And then we did several inside the green rooms because they're like, oh, well, this is a fun dynamic. Let's just keep asking them both back at the same time. And so this is how I know. I did not know that you had a sword fighting show. That is spectacular.
It was pretty great.
What's your favorite type of sword? I have to ask.
Oh, we use small swords.
Small sword. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Were they
with an epee blade? I don't know anymore. I was
going to ask, like, did you have like a specific like type that you would like starfires or anything like that? So,
oh no,
that's so exciting.
My sister got the swords. I don't remember where they came from. Actually, I'm going to have a sword fighting show again this fall in Maryland.
That's awesome.
Well, that's kind of half a secret, but it's going to be good. It's been announced, but people don't know they're sword fighting it. Maybe they do. I forget. They're sword fighting in it.
There are fewer than 30 people watching the show right now. That's fine. Like, they're not going to tell anyone. Don't worry.
Well, maybe they are. Maybe they're going to go post it on their Facebook pages.
You know what?
Don't post it yet.
Everyone go post it. Do it now. Oh my gosh, that's so great. Also, you're going to be so relatively close to me. You're relatively close to me now, and we still.
Yeah, I'm relatively close to you now. What are you talking about? Stop. No, I don't like it.
It's like 3D.
Yeah, it was coming right at me.
I know.
The show is so weird.
I don't know what you're talking about.
David Moon providing all of the great information. This the Steel Sisters, you were fantastic. Yeah. I'm gonna this is great. We're gonna find pictures and bring that up. All right. So before we go any deeper though, question for both of you from Keith Hauk, friend of the show, out in Minnesota. The age-old question: would you rather fight 100 geese or one horse-sized goose?
No. That's just no.
What she says.
All right.
No.
All right. But you have fought one regular goose. What did it do when you hit it with your backpack?
It sort of squawked and stopped for a bit, and I just kept running, so I'm not entirely sure. Nobody mentioned anything about a dead or injured goose, though, so I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's still being hateful.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait, do they?
Okay.
Wait, there would have been a campus-wide announcement.
Oh, I'm sure. Please, whoever
was
the goose.
Goose carcass.
Was this a Canada goose or like one of the white
geese? It was a Canada goose.
Oh yeah, they're the meanest and the poopiest.
You know what? I think here's my theory. The Canadian geese have such a terrible reputation. They're hissing at everyone and they're attacking you and they're pooping on you and they're pooping on Gwendolyn's lawn. And but the royal Gwendolyn, so like her neighbors.
Yeah.
I think all of the Canadian geese were raised by Justin Bieber's father.
That's entirely likely.
I also have a suggestion for the Canadian geeses. Because all of the Canadian people, they're so nice. Mm-hmm. The geese have all the anger in Canada. in them.
Oh, so the Canadians shunt off their
yeah.
anger and hatred into the geese.
I don't
So the
even
geese
think
are
they.
avatars of hatred and anger.
Yeah,
That-
I don't think that they. I don't think they consciously do it though. I think that whoever's in charge of Canada, like, just does that,
Oh.
and then it all goes into the geese.
So is there like a charm placed on Canada? Is it science based or what is
It's
it?
science. Everything's science.
Everything is science.
Sure.
Very good. All right. I
Yeah.
like
But
I
then,
like
Everything is
I
science.
like this so-
but then the geese come down here.
Well, yeah,
That's
because
smart.
the geese try to be mean to the Canadians, and the
it's not
Canadians
happening.
are like, "Oh, what a cute goose," and the geeses are like, "I want you to be angry and annoyed," and then they come to the U.S. where everyone is angry and annoyed really easy,
Right.
and then they descend upon us en masse, literally, and then
Yeah.
poop on everyone's lawns and chase people.
So then how do we explain, unless it's just like, you get a bad apple every so often, how do we explain Justin Bieber's father and William Shatner?
I got nothing. I mean, I've met William Shatner. He's really nice.
Oh, is he Canadian?
I don't
Yes.
know. Oh,
Oh.
okay.
I don't know Justin Bieber's father.
I don't either.
So I can't speak to his character.
He's a piece of work.
Oh,
I read way too many entertainment websites.
William Shatner owns a horse farm in my hometown. And when he wrote a book, he used to come into our bookstore, and even like years after his book would have been on the bestseller list, come in and ask if his book was on the bestseller list, just as a fun little joke. And we were all like, yes, of course it is. Like, he was always so sweet about it.
I have heard so many conflicting stories about him, of both with people of his own station and status, and then also people much lower, of both intense meanness and just being very you are beneath me, but also but also at the same point large amounts of unlooked for kindness. So it's I don't know. The only thing I can say is probably he's complicated, but has a terrible reputation.
Oh,
Yeah. But I still love him as an actor. I love him. So, yeah. Gwendolyn's just like, whatever, Shakespeare, you're a freaking nerd. All right.
no, I mean, you are, but that wasn't what I was thinking right now.
What were you thinking right now?
I was like, right then, I was like, William Shatner. I've never met him. And then I started thinking about Alanis Morissette, because she's from Canada too, and I like her.
Yeah, I love her. Yeah, she's fun.
And
Alanis
Shania
Morissette.
Twain.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And
Shania
Celine
Twain.
Dion. Wait, is she
Wayne
from
Gretzky.
Canada? Yeah.
Wayne Gretzky,
Yes,
greatest. Wayne
I
Gretzky
love
is the
hockey.
greatest Canadian. You do?
Yeah.
We should go to a game.
Okay. We're relatively close to each other.
We are relatively close, and hockey season is. I'd say hockey season is ending. Hockey season doesn't end until June, so we got time.
It does, though. It does. They truncated it this year.
Oh, did they? I have.
Yeah,
paid
but I think
severe
it ends in
misrepresentation.
May. I think it ends. So we still have time. Ultimately, we have time, because what? It's September now, right?
No, this is 17th March. Like
Oh,
20.
17th
This is the
March.
7th. This is the 17th, 2020 March.
March. Okay.
Yeah.
This isn't March 21. This is.
I
Last year.
accept this math.
Yeah,
Agree.
This is
I
last
accept
year's
it.
March. Yep. Oh goodness gracious! So Christy Young.
Christy Young.
Hello.
Christy
So-
Young, remember how I was going to stay at your house and then the pandemic
Yes.
happened?
I was so sad.
It was so sad.
Again, look at you all being bougie. Oh, I have a house and a lawn that geese poop on. All right.
She has a pool and
I
a
do.
cat and a dog.
I do.
Yeah, you have a pool in
I
ground.
do. In ground, even. I live in Florida. What else am I gonna do?
So
You gotta.
if someone has an above ground pool in Florida, does everybody just look at them and like shake their head sadly?
No, above ground is perfectly acceptable.
Oh, all right. I
You
was
just want something
okay,
that,
yeah.
that when you're about to spontaneously combust because it's so hot.
Yeah.
I just want something that you can run and jump in.
So we might be going, my off-screen wife and I, we might be going to Florida in June. Is that a good idea?
Sure.
No, I mean,
There's
no.
that smile. There's that smile.
There it
She's
is. There
doing
it is. There it is. I feel like that is a Southern bless your heart smile now.
That one was.
Actually, getting here is all up to you. I have no opinions about that whatsoever. But I
You
will
do. You so do. You so do. Let me
But
know them.
Officially, I have no opinions. I will say that as a theme park entertainer, the theme parks are doing a really great job with things. At least that's my opinion. I feel safe at work. They've limited capacity. You need to have on a facial covering, please, and thank you. They're constantly cleaning. Oh, I watch people come in and clean every 15 minutes. It's kind of amazing. And they're really trying to take care of everybody and make sure that we can all still have a good time. And thank you for the money. It pays my mortgage.
Nice. Homeowner too. How bougie can we get? I mean,
yeah, right?
That's fantastic.
It's one of my favorite things. I do a really cool student education program at one of the parks. And at the end, when I'm kind of wrapping up, talking to the parents, I'm like, hello, parents. I am a full-time actor. I only make my money acting, entertaining, that sort of thing. I have a 401k, a mortgage. I own my car. It's possible. It's totally possible.
Thank you. Now, this
I have
is
insurance. It's possible.
Yeah, this has been my main income for 22 years now, but not my own. Like I've done other stuff. I had to work telemarketing at one point and had a rather cushy corporate job for a bit. But yeah, it is totally 100% possible to have a living in this profession, and that is amazing. I often say that, if someone talks about my car, I'm like, yes, this is the car that jokes bought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's important too to say, like, your validation doesn't have to, as a person, doesn't have to come from you fully own a house or a car. Like, you can rent an apartment and that's fine. You know, like, you don't have, you guys, I don't have a house. I'm in a house right now, but it's not mine. So
yeah, I rent mine at the moment.
Yeah, so that's fine too. Like, you don't, I think we're in a time now where we have to define what, we have to kind of redefine or reassess what validates someone as a meaningful person in society, because it's not what we used to think it was, because everything's changed. Not just because of pandemic, but because of time.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Go ahead. No. You, Chrissy, please.
It's so important. I mean, I constantly learn this over and over in my life. I am not my jobs. Yes, I am an actor. I am a singer, but that is not like the defining characteristics of who I am. You know, that's just what I do. And the things I own, they don't define me either. That's just, I needed a house because I have a gigantic dog, and apartment living is not great for her, and renting a house in Florida is more expensive than actually owning one. So, you know, it kind of became a practical thing for me that I have this 85-pound dog that I need to take care of.
That, very similar to New York in that regard. It's far less expensive to own than to rent. Yeah. Luckily, we're renting at the moment, and it is more expensive on a month-to-month basis than owning the house. But then there are certain nice things that I don't have to worry about. So when the mechanic came to work on the furnace, I just sent that bill off to the landlord, and it's like, all right, here you go.
You didn't have to resurface a pool.
No, I did not have to resurface a pool. By the way, the only reason keeping me from wanting an in-ground pool.
Yeah. It's expensive. And you don't recoup that when you sell. You don't.
No, but here's the beautiful, well, I can't speak to Florida, but I can speak to Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York. If you have an in-ground pool, it intrinsically ups the selling value of the house if everything is nice and everything looks good, by about $5,000 to $8,000.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wish that was true down here. It's not. It's not.
No,
true.
I mean, I think just because down there it's so standard,
Yeah.
probably. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
used to have an in-ground pool, but not anymore.
Oh, I'm
I just
sorry.
wanted to be part of the conversation because I
I've
don't
never
own a
had an
house or
in-ground pool.
anything.
I've only visited people who have them.
Well, get one.
There you go. Just start
Well,
digging.
you do the same.
Start digging.
No,
You
we
get
did
one.
have one. I don't have a house.
Not so get a house and an in-ground pool, or get an in-ground pool
I'm
and then find
an
a house to put it
actor
at.
who's unemployed.
Oh, join the club.
Oh.
I will not join any of your clubs, Shakespeare.
Is there a T-shirt?
Yes. This one will just say join the club.
Yeah,
Whatever club.
Whatever club.
join the club.
Take your
It
pick.
could be happy. It could be sarcastic. Depends
Could
on
be-
the person looking at
It could be the Mickey Mouse Club
You never know.
Oh,
or the new Mickey Mouse Club,
Mhm.
which
who's
was
the leader of the band? It's made for you.
Yeah.
And me.
Yeah.
I used to watch the new Mickey Mouse Club all the time when it had like 20, 30 cast members, like right before Britney and Justin Timberlake, I don't go, whatever,
Justin
they're all
Timberlake, yeah.
Justins. Yeah, that one. Right before that, and they had like 30 members, and I knew
Mhm.
every one of their names and would say it faster than it was in the credits, and that was my accomplishment for the day.
I like it. That's a
Yeah.
party trick.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
you,
you.
you put that on
I-
at a party, do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they had the auditions, and they did nationwide auditions. I remember this because the nearest ones were in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, to me, where much of my family lives, and they had the auditions for it, and I wanted to go, and my mum said no, and then they start airing the new Mickey Mouse Club, and my grandma had Disney Channel, and so I'm watching it, and then I'm like, I'm gonna watch the new Mickey Mouse Club. And I turn it on, and I just start getting angry. And I'm 10, whatever. I'm just like, you know what? Screw this show. I don't need you. And I remember storming out and going into the kitchen and making myself a sandwich. And my grandmother was just like, "You okay there?"
How's it going, little Shakespeare? You all right?
It's so weird that my grandma also referred to me by my last name. That was weird, but it's fine. It's fine.
It was a grandma thing. They can do whatever they want, pretty much.
Grandmas can do it, and my grandma was awesome. She was great. When she was 89 years old, would still drive and I quote, the little old ladies to church, even though she was 10 to 20 years older than most of them.
Aw.
I love it.
Yeah, they're like the little old ladies who lost their husbands or whatever, and she's like, I gotta drive them to church. And it's just like, you are older than almost all of them. And she's like, yeah, but they're old. And she's like, oh, all right, cool, Graham, love you. Yeah. And then at 90, she stopped driving, and just like, yeah, I'm done driving.
You got to get to church your own way.
Right.
Yeah, she's like, she's like, I'm good with other people driving me around now. So
Yeah.
She's like, I'm no longer your church chauffeur. You never even chipped in for gas. You're on your own, ladies. Go find Jesus somewhere else.
Probably in Gwendolyn's classroom. I mean that's where that's where you find.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here's a fun comment germane to our overall conversation. Janine Rinker, by the way, friend of the show. Janine's going to be on very soon talking about paleontology. Yes, and all the time she's our science correspondent on the show. She says her philosophy professor at CSU is a biker, motorcycle biker. The guy at the biker bar asked what he did for a living. He told him he's a philosophy professor. Oh, good, you can pay for the bike. So now I think of jobs that are not necessarily ideal as paying for the bike. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
It funds the other things you want to do.
Yeah. And then David Moon also suggests that we make Club Shakespeare. And Dan Muntle says Shakespeare goes clubbing, which I think just needs to be on a t-shirt. So
That's fun.
we're going to make so many t-shirts from today's episode. I mean, it's amazing.
Who's the leader of the club that's made for you and me?
S-H-A-K-E-S.
S-H-A-K-E-S.
P-E-A-R-E. It works.
That's hard.
That works. It does work.
Yes, P-E-A-R-E. Shakespeare.
I didn't think it was gonna.
Shakespeare.
Okay, we're done with this song now. We're done.
I invite you on to co-host, and then you just start taking over. What? You're just gonna get your own banner again, like you did with the coffee break. And you're just gonna be
exactly.
like, oh, that's what we're doing now. Oh, with the happy hour. And well, you know what? It's not the happy hour. It's coffee break time.
It's happy when I'm on it.
Oh, burn, sick burn.
Everyone, take a drink of your drink.
Oh. I can't believe that worked.
Hey, you guys, have you ever seen a roll of pennies?
Why do you have a roll of pennies?
Why don't you have a roll of pennies?
So immediately accessible. That's also a very good question. But why is it so immediately accessible?
Because it was right here. You have I gotta send you a picture of where I'm sitting, and so you can see. Because you know. Why are you crying? Are you okay? What's wrong?
I'm laughing so hard.
Okay, it's pennies. There's 50 whole cents in here, you guys.
Yeah.
Like, I got a flask that says "Drink Me." I got this little unicorn rubber duck.
Oh, I have one of those in my car.
Oh, that's why we're friends. I got this light up tree that I got from China that was not what I expected, and I paid too much money for. I have a mouthpiece for a trombone. I got this.
All right, fine.
Okay.
This is what we're doing. I have black and white Mickey Mouse with the original old eyes right here. He's very soft. I have a Kermit the Frog right there. You can't quite see him. He's out of it. But I also have a koala bear from Australia. I got this when I was 4 years old. I have the weird creepy doll of me. I have a bust of my own head.
You can't redo ones that you did in other episodes.
Oh, all right. Oh, I can't do ones I did in other episodes.
Thank you, Christy.
All right, fine. Well, here is a notebook made out of wood that was made for me.
Why do you have that right there, easily accessible?
Because it looks nice on a shelf.
Fair.
Okay, but
Fair.
I have a roll of pennies in case I need to buy something that's 50 cents. Or throw it at something. Like the goose who breaks into my room and is squeaking at me, squawking. I just throw it, goes right down their throat. Then he's like, it's heavy, so his throat's weighed to the ground. He can't come at me anymore.
Or even curl it in your fist and punch someone with it.
Yeah, but then I have to get close to them, and that's closer than 6 feet.
Oh, that's a good point.
I'm not doing that one right now.
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness gracious.
Even in the good times, I didn't want anyone closer than 6 feet.
Right?
I mean,
I don't know where they've been.
No, personal space.
Exactly. This is a bubble.
It is. So Janine is amazed that apparently Shakespeare / Gwendolyn's show and tell now has rules.
Only if I'm here.
Christy's the referee, which means Christy can give us points or demerits or timeouts.
Oh,
I like this.
all right. So if we're doing that, are we saying just just kind of in general of like, all right, Gwendolyn, you get a star, and Shakespeare, you get a demerit, or is this like Hogwarts rules where we're earning points for our house?
So that would mean like it's a 10 points to Gwendolyn, 10 points to Shakespeare sort of scenario.
First of all, I don't have a house. How many times do I have to tell you I don't have a house?
You don't even have a Hogwarts house? Wow.
All right.
I don't know if I have a Hogwarts house. I took one test, but I don't know if I trust it. But if you did make me a Hogwarts house, you would be like 10 points to Gwendolyn door. Duh.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. No, you can't do Gwendolyn Slither. You can't do that.
No.
Gwendolpuff.
Okay, that could kind of work too.
Yeah, Gwendolpuff. Not Gwendolclaw. Gwendolyn Claw. Gwendolyn Claw.
No. That's weird.
No.
That's weird.
Gwendolpuff or Gwendolyn door. Or
like
both.
Gwendolyn
I can take both houses.
That's true.
See, but here's the thing. You could be Slytherin because Gwendolyn, Slytherin.
Not the same.
No, but you're wearing green just like Slytherin.
So?
I'm just putting that out there.
I'm not only wearing green.
You've got all the houses represented in your
My hair. House? Yeah, you kind of have all of it.
Oh, that made it go weird.
This became weirdly argumentative.
You started it.
You know what? So I meant to, about half an hour ago, ask Christy Young. The main purpose I had asked Christy Young to come on, other than just to promote her, because she's a brilliant performer, and you can catch her this Saturday at Capone's down in Orlando, is Christy made an amazing Facebook post, not on her forward-facing fan page, but just a private thing, about unrealistic expectations of health, but also of not just of beauty, but of health, of like things actors do to themselves. So, Christy, I would like you to just rant for a bit.
I mean, I could read it, but that's sort of boring. Basically, 6.5 years ago, I sort of had a come to Jesus, if you will. I was opening a new land in a theme park, and I wasn't part of this show, but I was listening to some of the actors in another show, and one of them said, if we get hurt, we tell, right? Can we all agree to that right now? That if we get hurt, we tell. And I started thinking about it, and I started thinking when I was younger of some of the really dumb things I did to myself, like performing with food poisoning. That's not fun, walking off stage and throwing up.
I've done that.
It's unpleasant for everyone. Performing, like I broke my toe during a show and kept going. Why didn't I tell someone? They could have been like, oh, just don't be in this scene, please. You know. So I started thinking about that. And then I was rewatching The Witcher because I gave it a go and I didn't understand the timeline and I got tired. But then Henry Cavill's biceps called to me. So
Christy, Henry Cavill's biceps.
So exactly like that. So I started thinking about it, and I started reading, and I thought about Christian Bale going down to 120 pounds to film The Machinist. I am a petite woman. I am 5'1". I am right in the middle for all of the health guidelines for my height and weight. And I am here to tell you I weigh more than 120 pounds. And maybe Mr. Bale at 6 foot whatever should not weigh that. Maybe Mr. Cavill should not wear those fancy contacts after his team tells him, okay, it's time to take your contacts out. He's like, no. Maybe Viggo Mortensen, when he was doing the sword fight for Lord of the Rings and broke his tooth, maybe we should have stopped and, gone to the dentist right then.
Or like, when he kicked the helmet and broke his toe and he fell to the ground screaming and yelling in the cinema.
That too.
Although it is a great moment.
It is, but maybe we should act and not actually live it. So it's kind of one of those things where I'm like, why are we wearing these interesting decisions we're making as kind of a badge of honor? Like, I'm such a tough actor. I can work through anything. Should we? Probably not. It's not good for us. Film sets have insurance on their actors for a really good reason. And I get it. None of us, we don't want to be the one responsible for canceling a show or for shutting down filming or anything like that. We don't want to be responsible for that. But at the end of the day, we're all people. And at the end of the day, things happen. And at the end of the day, if I don't know, if trying to think of a profession, if a nurse gets in a car accident on the way to work, we don't really expect her, I would like to hope, or him, to come in with a broken arm and continue working, and nor should we expect an actor to do that. And I don't think that the higher ups expect that, but I think as actors, we often expect that of ourselves. Like, I'm going to push through this. Please don't. Take care of yourself. You'll have a longer career, And Christian Bale has since said that he was an idiot for losing that much weight and that was dangerous. But, here he is.
Akin to 80 pounds, if I remember.
Yeah, that's not healthy. But here he is, gaining a bunch of weight to play Dick Cheney in another film. And it's kind of like, I get that you wanted to hire a name, and I get that he's a really talented actor, but there are incredibly talented actors out there who already possess the body type you're looking for.
And also, fat suits and latex and prosthetics, etc., are a thing.
Digital technology.
I mean, we made we put young Carrie Fisher into Darth Vader being awesome movie. Yeah, Rogue One.
Right.
We younged down Robert Downey Jr. in the Avengers movies. You can, but also the prosthetics, fat suits, and latex are things that have existed for a while. I mean, come on.
And we have some insanely talented makeup artists out there.
Yeah, Michael Westmore, to name just one.
Yes.
So take a drink of your drink. There you go.
Thank you. I'm hydrating. But so's Gwendolyn. Hello.
I am.
So it's important as artists that we take care of ourselves. Like, and especially with everything that's going on right now, you know, we are all having a reckoning about working, like reading the comment, working sick. Maybe workplaces should provide adequate sick day coverage. Maybe that's a thing.
I was going to bring up too, like, because I've been seeing on Facebook, Chrissy, I haven't seen your post yet, so I'm going to go read it. But people are posting like how we're like, oh, I worked 60 hours this week.
Yes.
I'm so dedicated to my job, or I'm so sick, but I'm still getting my work done. And a lot focused on teachers, but everybody. And that's like, you shouldn't, like, working through something that you should be taking time off to recover from, or working so much that you are damaging yourself health-wise, should not be something to be proud of in a way. Like, excuse me, it shouldn't be expected of people. And you shouldn't be like, oh yeah, I got 60 hours this week, unless you genuinely are like, I have no life and I like working 60 hours a week, then go do your thing.
Right.
But no one should expect you to put in like 60 hours and then be like, yeah, that's how you work. When we have a standardized 40-hour work week, which is also more hours than a lot of other civilized countries have in their standardized work week. So,
and at oh my goodness, at Christmas, just not out of competition, some of my friends and I were just comparing how many hours people were working, and the person who won, I think, worked 88 hours Christmas week. And I was like, you know, and
I did that back in the day. We when I worked in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Yes.
There was a period in the high summer where everybody either was getting sick, just summer flu, or taking vacations. And I and my one co-star, we were the only two continuously either not sick or not on vacation, because we were like, we'll go vacation after Labor Day. But we would just stop taking all the shifts. And I think I maxed out at 102 the one week. And then she maxed out, I think, at the maximum you can possibly do in a 7-day period, which I think was like 116. And it was insane. But we did this multiple weeks in a row. And we were in our late teens or early 20s. So it was like, oh, we can keep going. It's great. And so, yeah, get the idiot 20-year-olds to do that. But
are there even 116 hours in a week? I don't think there are. That sounds like
not sure.
Yeah.
No, there are. It's just, yeah, they're actually, but how many? Hold on. Let's find out. Yeah.
You're gonna do some math.
Hey Siri, how many hours are in a week?
The answer is 168 hours.
168 hours in a week. Yeah.
You have a ghost in your wrist? What was that?
Amazing.
That was me. That was me doing science, because everything is science, as you said.
Everything is science, but that was scary science.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm not saying it's not.
We got
and then Janine also was helping out with 168 hours in a week.
Janine is very smart.
Janine also, I feel like she A, very smart, but B, also has very quick access to Google.
So we got scary science, posh science, baby science, sporty science, and
Maybe.
ginger science.
Yes.
Now, quick question, Janine. Sporty science, ginger science. So Janine is suggesting for Gwendolyn to read "Time Out for Happiness" by Frank B. Gilbreth, and anyone else who's interested. Real quick,
Thank you, Janine.
Is that the same Gilbreth family? I'm assuming that one of the descendants of Frank Gilbreth, who was the efficiency expert, who was the basis for Cheaper by the Dozen. I love that book, and
I did too.
And then the movie. So just like not the remake of Cheaper by the Dozen. That was terrible.
No, that was awful.
No, but yeah. David Duchovny, Diana Wenson. I've been putting up a lot of these comments during Christie's well thought out TED Talk here. David Duchovny wants to describe acting as the hardest job you get with no sympathy. People just thought of him as the big Hollywood star and didn't consider him getting up at 4 a.m. to stand in a pool of 60-degree water for hours. Yeah. And some of the things like the Chris's Hemsworth and Evans and Henry Cavill and all of those guys are doing right now just to look that buff on screen. Yeah.
Like starting to do water fasts just because they're going to film shirtless and the muscles got to pop. And I'm like, we will all still enjoy your scene. Please don't dehydrate yourself to the point of badness.
I saw something about Jason Momoa. I always not pronounce his name bad. Yeah, Momoa. I saw something about like some, celebrity magazine posted him. He wasn't doing a movie and he had gained a little bit of weight, so he looked like normal. And they were like, "Oh, dad bod, do." And it's like that's normal. That's
right.
I
would love for that to be my dad bod.
Right? I would love that for it to be my dad bod.
Let the man not get up at 3:30 in the morning to work out for 5 hours before going to work. So
you have people like Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, who actively brags on his Instagram. Which, by the way, if you just want sheer fun, follow The Rock.
I love him.
I do too.
But he's talking about getting up at 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the morning. He does cardio. He does push-ups and all that, and then he has breakfast, and then he does cardio, and then he has another breakfast, and he's just constantly going throughout the day. But he is also he is not being forced to do that. That is a life he is actively chosen, and I don't mean, oh well, you chose this career, you got to do it that way. That is not what I mean. He's saying this is how I want to live my life, and he gets I think he says 6.5 hours of sleep a night. So if that is good for him, and he's
more power to him.
Yeah, then you do it. I'm 40 and I look like a weirdly pudgy, bald toddler. So there's then again, aren't all toddlers pudgy? I look like a toddler. So
I don't think that.
You don't think that about me?
No, but if you move just a teeny bit to your left, Shakespeare, it looks like that's too far. I said teeny bit. Go back. Keep going. Keep going back. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Stop. It looks like that Shakespeare painting is gonna reach in your ear.
Mm-hmm.
Stop. Don't do the head thing. That makes it weird. Okay, I regret everything I just said. I apologize to our viewers and our special guest, Chrissy, because I did not. That went in a direction I did not intend, and I won't do it again.
You can't help that.
No, that's true. He has his own agency for the most
part. He made a choice.
He did make a choice. Let's keep talking about him like he's not here.
You know what? He is here. Please welcome Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson!
Why would you do that to us? Oh, I love him.
I know. You know what? I won't do that. But as we are running out of time, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, we're gonna have to push you off until next week. Thank you so much. We ran out of time, man. It
happens to everybody.
True. It's true.
Yeah, so we got to bump you until next week. Come on Monday. It'll be fine. That is one of the dumbest bits I've ever heard when Jimmy Kimmel started it. I don't know, 15 years ago. And I still think it's one of the dumbest, but my favorite bits ever of just Matt Damon, we ran out of time. And then
for a
go
minute,
ahead.
I was like, ew, Jimmy Fallon, I don't like him. But then I realized it was Jimmy Kimmel. And then I was like, who is Jimmy Kimmel again? Oh, yeah, that guy. Oh, I don't hate him. He wrote a really funny children's book that I read on a YouTube video that I haven't edited yet. So I shouldn't have said that.
It's okay.
No, it's something for people to look forward to. I also am not a huge fan of Jimmy Fallon.
No, he ruined Jurassic World. He ruined it.
He was in Jurassic World. I don't remember him in Jurassic World.
He was on the video in this gyrosphere ball that the two stupid kids were in. And
that
ruined
ruined
it.
Jurassic World for you?
yeah,
Oh,
Not Bryce Dallas Howard running away from a T-Rex in heels.
okay. So here's the thing: when she held up that flare, I cried because it was like the first one, and also she ran in heels in a full out ran in heels. She didn't.
No, she
run
did.
In heels.
And
So
That's
I'm not
interesting.
mad. I'm not mad about her running in heels because she was not a wimp about it.
No.
She ran in
My problem with it is she could have easily twisted, sprained, broken ankle doing that. And at first, just like the rest of the internet, I was like, "What? She had to do that? That is insane. Those filmmakers are terrible." And then it's like, no, she was like, "I don't want to wear flats or sneakers. I want to keep my heels on." And I'm just like, "All right, that's a dumb move."
Again, why are we making these choices?
But
Yeah.
maybe she runs
don't have
in
to
heels
do that.
all the time, though. Maybe that she loves running in heels, and it was symbolic for her.
To another extent, though,
Well,
that
how
also
is it-
means her stunt double had to also run in heels.
That's
And-
rude.
And
That
it
is
is. It is. It
That's
really
rude.
is. It's like, that's not safe.
No.
That is not safe.
Half the time, it's not even safe to walk in heels.
In those heels, particularly,
No, they were-
tiny.
They were chunks.
They had, teeny little sort of
Mm.
dips.
Anyway,
The part that ruined the movie for me was I can't remember the name of the flying dinosaur, but picking up the baby dinosaur and dropping it. That
Oh,
wasn't okay.
Janine also says, don't watch any of the Jurassic Park / World movies with a pilot. Let's just say they're very critical of aviation in the movies.
Sounds
I
about right.
can, I can suspend my disbelief for all the Jurassic Park movies. Really, really good. Except Lost World. That one, well, the CGI on that one sucked.
Lost World also went weirdly racist when they got to San Diego.
Mhm.
Oh, I'll have to watch it again. It also sucked, but I still love it.
Oh yeah, there is that. There's that.
Yeah.
For a variety of reasons.
Yeah. So then I can be like, okay, Bryce Dallas Howard can run in heels. Cool, I get that. Do. But then, the little extra, drop the baby dinosaur. Why would you do that? And then stupid Jimmy Fallon, completely unnecessary. Stupid. Why would you do that? And then also the writing for those two kids. I hated it so much.
The boys in Jurassic World.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not good.
Made me super mad.
Yeah.
But then Chris Pratt, so super happy.
No.
That had a nice thing.
See that. I'm not.
Opinions.
No.
He's got.
I'm not
See,
gonna.
he was gonna go audition for the Mickey Mouse Club, and then
Well, I'm glad he
Shakespeare
didn't.
Shakespeare didn't get to audition, but then Chris Pratt did and got in, and it's all tied together.
Yeah.
No, that has nothing to do with it. That has nothing to. Chris Pratt, though, another example of someone who gains weight and loses weight for roles
Yep.
in a dangerous, one might argue, way. But
There's
Awesome.
deep-seated Chris Pratt resentment in Shakespeare right now. Do you need
There
a
is.
moment? Are you okay? Do you need a
No.
hug?
It's a feud none of us saw coming. I did
No.
not know that Shakespeare was feuding with Chris Pratt.
No, me
Sorry.
neither.
It touched a
Neither.
nerve.
So I
Is
apologize.
it okay? Do you need?
Do you need time out?
Do you
no,
need
I'm good. I'm good. We've gone over time anyway, so it's fine. Christy Young, I want to ask you to please come back on the show at some point, because this is a conversation that we could have far more of, the actual serious portions of it. Only this much of the show. But
the geese, well, I mean,
yeah, no, we'll talk about the geese again.
Thank you.
we'll talk about all of it. And Gwendolyn, please, whenever you would like to jump on and co-host the show again, absolute pleasure to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so very much. So Christy Young, I want you to follow her in all the right places. Go to christyyoungacts.weebly.com and follow her on Facebook, Christy Young Sings. I mean, so she only acts in some places and sings in others, but
Correct.
yeah. So, but also catch her performing as Jewel at Capone's dinner and show in Orlando, Florida this Saturday, March 6th. Are there show times that you can invite people to?
I believe they open the house at 6 p.m. so you can come in and have your dinner, and then the show should start around 8 p.m.
Fantastic. And do they buy those tickets online, or do they do
Yes, you can buy those tickets online at www.alcapones.com.
Oh, that's they lucked out on that one.
Yes, they sure did.
So
And,
go do
and
that.
if you're around Universal Studios Florida on Sunday, I will be your friendly host at the Lagoon Show. I'm sure it has a fancy name, but my schedule said Lagoon Show host, so I... Cinematic Spectacular? That might be
I absolutely adore the Lagoon and Universal. It's so fantastic. And then also, so the Lagoon is inside the park, and that canal lagoon period right outside of it. That at the city walk and connecting the hotels.
Also the Lagoon.
Oh, that is also the Lagoon
stage, but that's not where the Lagoon Show is.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the show I'm hosting is Universal Cinematic Spectacular. Hello, I'm a terrible team member. I don't know the names of things.
Just as long as you know your lines on stage, you're good to go.
Well, it's really just hi, welcome. We're so glad you're all back. Welcome. Glad you're here.
Oh, I feel like we're gonna watch a Lagoon Show.
Louis from Level Up with Louis and Little Empires. By the way, feel free to sponsor this show, Louis. I'm a fan of your work. But Louis from Level Up with Louis says thank you all as he high fives Chris Pratt because they work out together.
Ooh.
All right. And Phil Earhart says Chris Pratt likes Derek Jacobi. You know what? I like Derek Jacobi as a performer. I have nothing against him on that. Dan Wenzel wants Jurassic Park redone with feathered dinosaurs. Yes, I think we all do. And then he also says geese, feathered dinosaurs, as our
Not
chicken.
wrong.
And John Van Vliet says Christy Young smiles. and Sally Eldridge, they enjoyed Al Capone's. So,
Thank you.
yeah.
So
I've stayed at a hotel across the road from Al Capone's.
Oh.
it's very Orlando of you.
Thank you.
All right.
I was gonna go, but it was closed the nights that we were there.
That's so
it was
weird.
closed, and then we couldn't because we did something else, or we were going to Disney that night, and it was open till forever.
Yeah,
Well,
that's real.
you can follow my guest co-host Gwendolyn at facebook.com/the Gwendolyn Show. I'm sorry, Gwendolyn Show rather.
Yeah.
YouTube.com/Gwendolyn Show. Twitch.tv Gwendolyn Show. And also, please go follow because she is the founder of it. The Renaissance Stream Guide, your TV guide of Renaissance festival performer entertainers streaming on the internet. So that's facebook.com/Renaissance Stream Guide. Go give it a like, give it a follow. We need more there. And if you want to, if you're a performer, an artisan that does demos or anything, and you want to get listed on the Renaissance Stream Guide, please go to facebook.com/Renaissance Stream Guide and just fill out all the info that she asks for. It's right at the top of the page in the banner. It's fantastic. You can also support Gwendolyn by tossing a coin to your Gwendolyn at paypal.me/Gwendolyn Show or coffee.com/The Gwendolyn Show. That's ko-fi.com/The Gwendolyn Show. Send her a roll of pennies. I mean, and also join her for various installments of the Gwendolyn Shopping Network. Do you have another one this Saturday?
I don't know yet.
All right.
You got to watch my Facebook. I posted on the Facebook.
Okay. And then on some Sundays, do you have it this Sunday? Sunday night?
Yes.
Very good. Storytime with Gwendolyn after dark, and now with more Scifi. Very good. Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice. I gotta send you some stuff then.
Please.
All right.
I
Yes,
want it.
please. Yeah. And then, as always, take a drink of your drink. And Friends, this has been Shakespeare's Coffee Break. I am your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare. Let's have one last nice noisy slurp of our coffees. Sounds like Christy might have slurped. Gwendolyn still didn't, because she's pretending to be a lady. All right.
Just this once.
Everyone, just this once. Everyone silent. Just this once, Rose. All right. The silence will fall on Gwendolyn's cup. Now, friends, if you've enjoyed this show half as much as I enjoy doing it for you, then I obviously enjoy it twice as much as you do, and that's called maths. And that's whatever you feel the show is worth today. A 1, a 5, a 10. For a 50, I will come and yeet the geet in your front garden and possibly even clean up some geese poop in your front lawn. Buy me a cup of coffee. Go to coffee.com/Shakespeare. That's ko-fi.com/Shakespeare and buy me a cuppa. Or even become a Patreon of the arts at patreon.com/Shakespeare. Tiers start at $3 and go all the way up to $30. And right now, all of my patrons get the exact same rewards because money is tight for so very many of us, and I want everyone to enjoy the random. Speaking of random, one of your tier rewards is this Friday night, free admission. If you're one of my patrons to the next Shakespeare Friday Night Concert Series installment featuring Andrew McKee, the Irish Bard. That is this Friday night, March 5th, 2021. 8 p.m. Eastern Time is when the Zoom show starts. The digital doors open at 7:30, which means the Zoom meeting goes live at 7:30. Tickets are only $5 on Eventbrite, and my patrons and Andrew's patrons get to go for free. So buy your tickets, and patrons, I will send you that link later on today. Coming up next week, on Shakespeare's Coffee Break on Tuesday, we're going to be doing yoga. Yes, with the Shakespeare Yogi. It's going to be absolutely amazing. The Shakespeare Yogi is going to be taking us through yoga this coming Tuesday. So here's how it's going to work. And I'm going to read the message, very long message, from our Shakespeare Yogi, Lena Chilingarian. So bear with me while I read this for you right now, because she just sent it. So there's going to be different parts, and you get Shakespeare lines to work with while you're doing the yoga. So fairy number 1, so over from Midsummer Night's Dream. So over hill, over dale, through brush, over briar, over park, over pale, through flare, through fire, etc. And she says that's the piece that we're going to be working on with the class. The typical plan is Vinyasa Yoga class has a warm-up standing sequence, building to a peak pose, back and forward bend sequences, a cool down, and then final resting pose. She's going to lead the class through all of that, and her twist is that once we learn the standing sequence and peak pose in depth, she then teaches it with fluidity with the text. Once they've done all together a couple of times, then people move through it on their own and see where their instincts take them. Students may feel an internal cue for movement falls in a different spot in the line than she has suggested, and that's their time to explore it. So all just as valuable, you might feel an internal cue for stillness holding a pose for several lines. This is a physical exploration of work for the text. Table work for the body, if you want to say that. So then they come back together, and people are welcome to share any discoveries they made before they move on to the back forward bends. She's found that listening to others' discoveries is just as valuable to learning the personal examination. So here's the deal. If you are interested in joining this special class, I want you to send me a private message on Facebook. All right. So you can email me you can email me shakespeare@shakespeareapproves.com. Let me find that email address here real quick. There we go. Email me shakespeare@shakespeareapproves.com if you are interested in joining this class. So it's not just me doing it with Lena. It'll be some of you as well. We can do up to 8 participants, not including myself. So that was how it's going to work. If you're a performer, great. If you're not a performer, also great. People may, of course, follow along at home. We hope you do, and then share the discoveries in the chat. So the text is going to be up on screen for people to be able to follow along as Lena teaches it. But we're going to hold it at a maximum of 8 extra participants. So I do hope that I do hope that you want to join in. It's going to be a lot of fun. And so that's going to be next Tuesday's show. Next Wednesday, we're going to have guest cook Patrick Kennedy cooking for us, and that's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, tomorrow in this time slot, we're going to have Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare, which is the writers' room that we do on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitch, at twitch.tv/nat21adventures, where together we write our sonnet. Friday in this time slot, we have Shakespeare Reviews, the movie review show I do with Andrew McKee, the Irish bard, who is Friday night's guest. This week, we are talking about the 2011 film Anonymous, which starring Sir Derek Jacobi and Jolie Richardson and others. It is going to be a really good time. Friday evening, where we are back to Shakespeare Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour. That's at 5:35 p.m. Facebook and YouTube. And then, of course, the Friday night concert series. So much going on, and I hope you join me for it all. Once again, great thanks to our guest today, Christy Young, actor. Go follow her in all the places and join her this weekend at Capone's and at Universal. And Gwendolyn from the Gwendolyn Show, go give her some love in a financial sort of way. So friends, until next time, I am your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare. I love you, you love me. There is mutual glorious affection. We will see you real soon. Bye-bye. Thanks for coming.